right, guys, name is Tyler, aka Nanogenix, and today we're over here to take a look at quite possibly my like favorite team on this game. And I'll be honest with you, I really did not think when these guys released that it would end up being like my favorite team in the game, right? If you guys come to the streams, you guys ask me this a lot. My usual go-to is generally speaking, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that actually. Hang on. Let's take a look at this though. So if you looked at the little preview there at the beginning and you're like, hang on, wait a second, is Nano about to show me an LRKL and Khalifa team? I'm really tired of seeing LRKL and Khalifa on stuff because I got that from some of you guys on that. Well, I got you, because guess what? It is not this joined forces team. However, I do like this team quite a bit, but it's nowhere near my favorite. My favorite, are you ready for this? Boom, right here. Now, here's the weird part about it. We do have some Vegeta's lineage here because we've got like 3 Trunkses on this team. But generally speaking, when people ask me, I usually have been going to this team right here. This is like this pretty well suits the sort of typical Nano favorite team. It's like mostly Vegeta's, right? Vegeta being my favorite character. But it's crazy in the fact that this team right here has kind of sort of wound up being my like favorite go-to team for doing events and just pretty much anything in this game right now. And luckily, because this Trunks right here is still new and fresh and everyone enjoys using him and all of that, I can find plenty of him around on the friend system and guest system or whatever you want to call it right now to actually use and hop in with. So with that said, let's try this team out. You honestly can't make this stuff up. Look at this. It's all guests. 3 in a row right now that are rainbowed. What? Hang on. Wow. Okay, I'm calling me impressed. We got a JoJo part 5 and then 2 in kanji that I can't read. We're gonna use JoJo part 5. All right. So yeah, as you can see there was that one on this last event that we ran. So here we go. Let's hop in with this team. I'm not opting for this event in a minute, so that's why we're seeing Vegeta's lineage there, and then of course not the team that we're literally hopping in this video with. Now this is a bit of a more chill video. If you guys are more familiar with the channel, this is without question a little bit more chill than the videos have been as of late. But I kind of sort of thought it'd be kind of cool to sort of put another spotlight on this team, since I think I've only made 2 videos with this team. This team's like a month old now, right? Or even a little bit more than a month old at this point, because the banners haven't even been around for a week. So to only make 2 videos on this team, I felt was not enough, especially again with how much I've been using it. So I thought we could hop in today, take things a little more chill, hang out for a second, and use this team for just a bit here. Look at that. They gave us the Zamasu Rose setup immediately. You'll love to see it. Now, if you guys are new here, not familiar with me, you know, you're enjoying the video so far. Now we're not too deep into it, but you might consider going down there, looking at that little red subscribe button, clicking that, touching it, depending on what device you're on, and joining the Nano fam today, if of course you feel as though I'm worthy of your sub box. And of course, if you guys are here for today's Dokkan video, you might also hit that like button. But yeah, just thought we could put a little bit more of a spotlight back on this. And also, you know, I didn't really feel like hopping back into like the Goku event. I probably will sometime soon for another video, but we've got the new Goku dropping very, very soon. The transforming Goku, which I think is bringing a Frieza along with it too. You know, we've got a bunch of stuff kind of sort of coming up very, very quickly. So I thought this would kind of be like the calm before the storm sort of video, because if you're watching this anyway, at least on launch day, the Legends 1-year anniversary is just in a few days. The Goku and new Dokkan Festival is just in a few days, and more than likely that's going to bring quite a few things with it in and of itself. And so I was like, okay, let's take a second, let's take a look at this team, you know what I mean, and let's just kind of chill out before we kind of start getting into some hecticness, hopping back into summons and all that crazy stuff. All right, let's see what my LR Trunks here has, because he's getting off his 18 key. He's linked up with the other Trunks and is getting a nice little boost from the Mai. You know, not too shabby. 2.7 million damage right there. Not too bad. Also, you gotta love the fact that they put, and I've said this in pretty much every video where I've covered him, which again, it's not been many, but you gotta love that they actually put effort into each of his super attacks, right? Because the way they are building out a lot of these characters, they're basically giving themselves more work, right? They really are, because this base Trunks has his own super attack. He then also has a transformation, which we're seeing Zamasu's right now. Then he has another super attack once he's in his Super Saiyan form. Then if you use his active ability to go into his Blade of Hope form, he has yet another super attack. So it's just kind of crazy that that's kind of sort of the path that they've taken. But I'm here for it, man. I'm absolutely here for it. They nailed the transformations. I mean, that fusion right there with Zamasu and Goku Black looks fantastic. When you make him go into his corrupted Zamasu state, it looks fantastic. So it's just a lot of different animations happening with these characters. And of course, we're not even talking about something as crazy as like the Tech Broly that's currently a global exclusive unit. That unit is like my favorite just singular unit to use right now in this entire game, dude. Like, I love that unit so much. I am very much so ready for them to release that unit on the JP side as well to have him, but who knows when that's going to actually happen, right? Because Hit was a global exclusive for about 4 months, so it could be a bit before we see this unit at all on the JP side. And I'm sure it'll be in a situation where basically we just do a flip-flop. See, I mean, look at this trend. Like, it's nice, man. Like, it's just, again, and I say this, you know, as someone coming from the OG days of Dokkan, that's just such a huge change for what Dokkan is able to offer. Like, that's where that kind of comes from. I'll keep the friend here because the friend is rainbowed, so we'll let the friend hang out. We'll let the friend chill out for a bit. I would have liked to have gotten off an 18, but that's fine. We'll get off at 15. We'll get off at 15 and then 2 super attacks with our Super Saiyan Trunks. I mean, it's all Super Saiyan Trunks, so it is what it is. But we're out here now. We are absolutely out here. It was nice of them to make him a base form unit that transforms into Super Saiyan, because then you are allowed to bring more versions of the Trunks here with us today. And that's why this team is mostly made up of Trunks units. You got Trunks and Mai, LR Trunks, and then the Super Saiyan or the transforming Trunks as well. And I could have even brought this support unit if I didn't want to bring the LR Trunks. I could have brought the support unit Trunks. I didn't really want to do that though. I really want to bring the LR Trunks just because he's actually had a huge resurgence for me in the teams that I'm running. I've used him a lot more since the 4th anniversary with Vegeta's lineage, and now of course this team as well, than I ever did before. Matter of fact, you can probably find literally video footage of me in the past saying how much I don't really care for that unit. And then now that we're here, it's kind of crazy that he's become one of my go-to units for some of these teams that I'm using. And again, I think it says a lot too, just for the we'll save that. Yeah, we'll save that. I'll put you right here. We'll save Merge Zamasu's transformation. We're going to use it before we get out of this video, but I'll save it for now. But I think it says a lot about what they've been able to do with categories and everything else. The fact that has really brought me back to this LR Trunks, to a unit that I really wasn't using that much before. And now here we are. And I'm using him quite a bit. I'm literally making a video right here, right now with him on a team where he's very suitable, works out really well. He just earlier put up almost 3 million damage. I mean, that's legit to me for a unit that old, that at one point you could find a video of me saying like, yeah, I don't really like this unit. This is one of my least favorite LRs. Of course, that was also back when, we had 10 or less LRs, but still, I feel like that says a lot about what they've been able to do with categories. And I've said for a long time, man, like ever since they introduced categories like that was one of my favorite parts of this game, one of my favorite things they've ever done with this game, because I feel like it really breathe a lot of life into a lot of units that maybe we weren't using. And I know that that's still what EZA is using and everything else, but I'm talking back when we were just running a bunch of mono teams. That was pretty much the meta, was mono Super AGL, mono Extreme AGL, and so forth. And so when they first introduced that fusion category with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then they introduced, ooh, how do I want to play this one out? Do you know what I could do? It's either going to work out really well or it's not going to work out great at all. No, I'll save it. Yeah, hang on. I was really thinking about using his active ability right here, but since we have tight disadvantage, I don't really want to. And since Trunks and Mai haven't gotten a proper sort of shining moment yet, I want to keep them on rotation for just a moment here, for just a nice little moment. But anyways, yeah, and then they introduced Omega Shenron as well. Came out with the SHA for Gogeta, and he gave us the Shadow Dragon Saga. It was just like, I was like, okay, if this is the direction they're heading, again, this was back when we had literally 2 categories in the game. I'm here for it. Like, this actually seems like it's cool. And now here we are, a year and a half later, coming up on 2 years later, And I really do think it was one of the smartest things they could do, because the biggest part of this game is the teams, the linking, and just the sheer roster that you're just not really able to replicate out on really any other game. I don't really know, even I think one of the biggest rosters in any Dragon Ball game ever was Budokai Tenkaichi 3. By the way, there's a video on my channel of me playing that for the first time ever on a PlayStation. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link to that actually at the end of this one. But nothing has really ever even remotely came close to what this game's been able to do with a Dragon Ball roster, which is kind of crazy. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Let's try it out. We're gonna go into our corrupted Maruzumasu form here, get a little bit of a higher attack boost, a nice little key boost as well. Attack plus 280%, key boost, key plus 4. You do sacrifice some defense there, but we're not really too worried about that here in this particular situation. So let's go this, and let's go this. We're gonna get a Dokkan attack off here pretty soon as well, especially grabbing that. Matter of fact, we'll get one off next rotation. Maybe we go, look at that, 3.1 million. That's not, we don't even have, the crazy part about this is we don't even have a support unit on this rotation, and he's still putting up those kind of numbers, man. I friggin' love, I just realized, I absolutely just realized I didn't keep myself at the health point we want to be able to transform with the Rose. I just realized that. Should probably change that. We should probably make sure he goes Rose, huh? Just because we'll have seen pretty much everything at that point. I feel like we need to at least see that, right? However, I don't think we're gonna get to if we play our cards right here. We're not going to at all. Let's do this, and then we're gonna see this beautiful cutscene play out. Yep. All right, this is a Rainbow Trunks. I feel like there's no way, because I think the Dokkan attack is gonna go off as well. I feel like there's no way that this Rose survives this in the slightest, man. Well, that's really not that many, actually. That's not that many orbs. So he's a nuker, so that's not too terribly many orbs, but it will be okay. All right, here we go. Dokkan attack, rainbowed out unit, getting a pretty decent link with the Trunks and Mai, getting the intelligence Mai as well here for the support, and we of course missed one. It's a nano video, so we had at least missed one. That was on purpose, by the way. This should absolutely finish him off, almost no question. Almost no question. Now, if it doesn't, I'm gonna blame this boss fight. Yeah, okay, there we go. Also, look at that. Look at the ending screen with the Blade of Hope sitting there in his hand like that, dude. I love that. The aesthetic, just everything they've done with these units, man. And again, a lot of that is why this is like my favorite team in the game to use right now, because I'm here for all that, dude. Like again, I think as someone who's played this game for so long and nowadays it's literally a spectacle to see what they're going to do with new units and their super attacks. Like, I'm ready to see what the transformation and the active ability and all that's going to be on this new Goku that's releasing here and should be just a few days. And back in the day, you just kind of wanted to see the card art, and that was about it, because you expected a pretty low tier sort of super attack. That's what we expected from pretty much all the units. No unit really had anything too crazy to look at. And now here I've got this whole team full of different transformations, active abilities, and everything else, and beautiful super attacks to watch and look at. And I think that's really what has made me like this team so much, and that's why I think this has really become like one of my favorite teams in the entire game. So with that said, guys, as I said a little bit earlier in the video, if you guys are new to the channel, you're not done so yet, you might consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button. I don't know why I'm like over here with my hands. You might consider hitting that subscribe button, joining the hashtag NanoFam today. You might also hit that like button. Guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on Nanogenix off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.